Do it.
Yeah.
How's it going, Odd People? Welcome to the Odd People podcast. I'm Matt, the cat.
The cat. I'm Jared, the Jared.
Jared, and we have a special guest.
We do have a special
Jennifer
guest.
Juniper.
Jennifer
Welcome,
Juniper.
Jennifer.
Hey.
Juniper.
Yeah.
Is that like...
That's a nickname.
That's a nickname?
Mm-hmm.
Like Jupiter? Or no? No relation.
Like Juniper.
Juniper.
Okay. Sorry. I'm already throwing questions at you. I'm sorry.
So Jen's here with us.
Yes.
Jen, can you describe what you do, who you are,
Yeah.
and you do exist?
Yes, I do exist. So I'm Jennifer Moore, and I own Juniper Rising, a holistic online and in-person tarot and Reiki service. So I do readings, mediumship, Reiki, energy healing with past life healing, shamanic healing, and I teach classes and workshops, and I'm also an artist with an interest in film. So I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, Jane of all trades, whatever you want to call it.
A Renaissance woman.
Sure.
Renaissance.
If you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you've been on the podcast before.
Yes, right before COVID.
Yeah. It was like episode 11.
Yeah.
It was a very long
was it
time
really?
ago. Yeah. She was the first guest I had on the show.
Dang.
That wasn't somebody I knew ahead of time.
Oh, really?
Like I didn't know her. I followed her on Instagram.
Nice.
And she was sort of local, so I was like, I'm gonna throw it out there to somebody I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And now we're
And
friends.
you got a reading then too.
Yeah, and we recorded it. And
We did record it.
weird
You
shit.
recorded
Forgot about that.
Weird shit happened to the recording. There was like a big chunk missing.
Oh, yeah?
Like we listened back to it, and there was like stuff missing from
Did
it.
you use the cameras we used to have? Or
No.
That was all energy.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was weird. It was a weird energy. It was fun.
Yeah, I've had speakers do really weird things, playing music while I'm doing Reiki, and that's how I know that there's magic happening.
Wow.
Energy.
Energy's really fascinating.
So can I dive right in? Can I dive right into
I
it?
think so.
I'm
I know
excited. I'm just
Jared
excited.
has a lot of
I'm just excited.
questions.
Well, I've had a lot of coffee, so let's
Let's
Yeah.
do
let's
it.
do this.
Yeah, me too.
It's all jacked up.
Yeah. So I guess like my first question is like, is everything like really energy based?
Well, everything's energy, yeah.
Everything is energy, right?
Yeah, no matter what it is, like regardless of the industry that I work in. I mean, just think of Einstein, like
Yeah.
everything is energy. It
Everything.
can't be created or destroyed. It's just transformed. So whatever medium you're using is using energy, and we're energy.
Yeah. And like, do you feel that everywhere you go? Like if you meet a person, or like even if you're just walking by them in like a store, you can feel that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like I do too.
Yeah,
and
we
like,
all do.
Yeah.
We're like sponges. We pick up energy around us, and we emit energy. Like a lot of like Reiki and energy healing connects to the chakra points, which correspond to different energy centers in the body. And they also connect to different musical notes, which is why like if you hear Adiago for strings, it elicits an emotional reaction because it connects to the heart chakra. So certain music you listen to when like you're angry, maybe it's like heavy metal, and you're
Yeah,
just
it can
like
change everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're like me and you have a bad day and you just clean your house listening to Limp Bizkit, and you're just
There you go.
bringing back the
Yeah.
90s. And then the next day, I'm listening to Reiki music, like yoga,
Yeah.
meditation, and it's a different vibe.
Yeah, music's a crazy thing all on its own, right?
Yes.
It's like you can change your mood like instantly
Mhm.
with whatever music you're listening
The
to.
music, the lyrics.
Well, sometimes like I'll listen to music, and sometimes I have to choose like no lyrics at all because I just can't. Like I know it will affect me in certain ways, and I don't want that. So I'll just listen to instrumentals just to keep my mood stable, I guess, really.
Yeah.
And it's like because anything.
Well, because of the energy too, right? Because
Yeah.
you get to stay in your own thought process, but you add lyrics in. That's thought form,
Yeah.
which can affect what you're thinking and feeling and doing. And
Yeah. big
energy
time.
is really fascinating when you think
is
about
really
it.
I've never really thought about it until now, honestly.
Yeah, I was like taking it for granted.
Yeah,
Like we
like-
take gravity for granted, but it does us a great service,
Yeah.
right?
Like I
And-
knew I felt energies, especially with people. Like I've always kind of been like, even not talking to anybody or meeting them, you just feel like a bad energy and you're like, that's something
Yeah.
I'm going to stay
Yeah.
away from.
I was just gonna say that sometimes you walk by someone and you're
You just
like, hell
feel-
no. Like you just can
Yeah,
feel
just-
that they are not someone you want to interact with.
Yeah, big
yeah,
time.
you're like, not today.
It's like that.
Big
That's
time.
chaos. I don't want. No, chaos is over there.
Yeah.
That's chaos. I want nothing to do with chaos right now. Like
Yeah.
I
Vanna
need.
White it over
Yeah,
here
yes.
for you.
I need, fun stuff. I need someone
Yeah.
that's in a good mood.
Big time. And then you have the opposite where you walk by someone and you're like, holy shit, like you're drawn to it almost.
It happens to me a lot at work because I
Yeah.
go to different people's houses. They're strangers. They're either inviting you into their house or you're a giant burden on their day
Yeah.
that you're just there to do something pointless to them, but it's my job.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like having your own little personal space. And when we say, you're too close to me, get out of my bubble,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
a real thing. You have an energetic force field around you, if you will,
That's
like an
wild.
electromagnetic field, just like the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So when people infringe on that or they're too close and their energy isn't right, you're more likely to be like, give me
It's
some
crazy.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
So, Jared, why don't you tell Jen
Mm.
a little bit about your upbringing? Because you mentioned it
Yeah.
before, and you mentioned that
I did mention
people
it.
like her don't exist
Oh, right.
in your world where you grew
Because
up.
we're not
Right.
real.
Well,
Yeah.
there was two things, okay? It's like either you didn't exist and you weren't real, or it was just something that I don't know. They used to kind of say like misinterpreting your feelings to something that it's not. But the main thing was like, you guys are of the devil. Like completely of the devil.
Do you know what devil is backwards? Lived.
End the episode. That's it, dude. End it. That's crazy. Yeah, but
Just gonna throw that out there.
yeah, that makes total sense. But yeah, it was just like you guys like drew your powers from the devil in order to be able to like read the cards and kind of tell people's fortunes or feel those energies. It's all powers from the devil. And like I never understood why. In like my little kid brain, I guess it was just like the devil like inserted you people here to corrupt everybody.
Maybe he did.
And I don't even mean to say you people. I'm so sorry. That's like the rudest thing for me to say.
You people.
Well, I feel like I'm representing a lot of people right now.
You kind of are, right? In a way.
people.
You people.
So I have to ask you, just like out the gate, is it?
Is it the
Are
devil?
you a devil worshiper?
No.
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 She's a Satanist.
Nothing of the devil.
What is it from Practical Magic that Sandra Bullock says? There's no devil in the craft, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I bring up devil backwards as lived because the devil is something that people fear. And we fear the unknown and we fear experiences. We fear making mistakes. We fear, mostly it's the unknown, right? If you don't have information and knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And people use fear to control and manipulate agendas. So if somebody doesn't want you to be empowered, they will elicit a fear. Or they will have a preconception based off of their conscious awareness or lack of information and knowledge that would make them feel like it's something that it isn't. But you never really know until you experience it. And so that's why the devil backwards, brings up the lived thing,
Yeah.
because you learn through living, through experiencing, through exploring. And if you just gather information and knowledge about something, then you can decide if, it is what people say it is or if it
Yeah.
isn't. But
Or
also,
just like a misconception.
but also it's a tool. And
Yeah.
and it's not the tool in and of itself that is good or bad. It's the person who's wielding it, not yielding
That's
it.
true. Yeah. That's true.
And the devil is in the tarot, right? It's a card, but it represents an archetype. It represents fear, our patterns, our behaviors, our attachments. It actually also represents Capricorn, which is really funny for me that you asked me this question because I am a Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, great. Out of all the 22 major arcanas that we have in the deck, Capricorns are assigned the devil. Like, what did we do? But there's so much stigma
Exactly.
about
I felt your
Capricorns.
devilish energy, and I just
Yeah.
had to.
Well, it's the goat too, isn't the?
It is the go. And
Yeah.
I mean, we could have like 4-hour conversation about this
Yeah.
one
Yeah, I'm
concept.
Jared, do you know your sign? By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt that
Why?
thought. I just want to know if you know it.
I do know it.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
I'm a Leo.
Okay.
Yeah. What's happening?
I don't know. I just wanted to know. 'Cause
Okay.
But do you know your moon sign?
No.
Do you know the exact time that
I don't
you were
even know
born?
what that is. What is your moon sign? What does that mean?
Well, you're not just your sun sign. You have multiple
There's a sun sign and a moon sign.
and a rising sign.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So, yeah, basically astrologers just picked your sun sign placement because it's the easiest for people to know and remember because it's the day that you're born.
Oh, okay.
And so they base the horoscopes off of your sun sign, but it's completely arbitrary. They could have picked a rising sign or your moon sign. But if you know those three and you read your horoscope for all three, you get a total picture.
Oh,
So
so
that's
most people
good.
are only reading like a quarter of it.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, well, that
third-
doesn't make sense. That
third of
doesn't
it, third.
resonate. And so they chalk it up to like BS. But it's
Yeah.
like,
All right.
but
You
if
need
you
to
read
know
all
all of them,
three,
yeah.
because your sun sign represents how you self-identify. Your rising sign is how you exude your personality. So usually people perceive you as your rising sign. And then your moon sign is your emotional landscape, your inner world, the part that most people don't get to see, except for the closest people to you. And then if you are experiencing something emotionally, you're going to maybe play that out based off of your moon sign. So for instance, I'm a Libra moon and Libras are completely indecisive. So if I'm like in my feels and you ask me a question, I'm like, I don't know.
You don't
I
know.
don't know. I can't answer that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's wild. I never.
Well, you know what's
considered
funny
any of
is I grew up with, my grandmother, my great grandmother read cards, and they were
Didn't they have a book? Don't you have a
the book. I don't know if
The
I've showed
book?
it. Have I showed
I've
it?
been
You?
dying to see the book, but he
Well,
won't,
you haven't seen the
he
Yeah, he
let
won't
me.
touch it.
He won't let me.
Yeah, I try not to let people open it or touch it. But
Why is that?
I'll show you guys later. I don't know. I feel like it's good.
He thinks
some
something's
shit.
gonna come
The
flying
devil's
out.
in it?
I don't know. I think the last person I had open it was a girl I had on the podcast. Her name was Savannah. She was a medium.
And she
She
disappeared
died
and
the
we never
next
saw
day. No, I'm just kidding.
And I think she got some bad vibes coming out of it. I said, please don't open it. And she whipped it open. And she was like, there's a lot of real witchy vibes coming out of this thing. And she said that it felt like it was just like a lot. There was a lot coming out of it. And
And how is she today?
I don't know. They haven't found her. She's been missing for. No, I'm
Send us
joking.
a-
She's
I'm
in the
joking.
book.
She's in the book.
If you're out there, please send us a message. We know
No,
you're
no.
okay.
She's definitely okay.
She's
No, but I don't know. I just feel like
Maybe her whole life has changed
she
and
seemed
she's
to have a lot of negative
She found
thoughts about the
Jesus.
book.
well, just talking about it, I can feel the different energies associated with it and it could just need a good clearing.
Yeah. So it was my great grandmother's book, and it's all in Portuguese. So you would open it and wouldn't know what it says anyway. But
Would you?
no, because I don't know I don't speak Portuguese or read it. And my mother-in-law knew about this. She somehow knows about this book, and she's like, "Don't open it. I don't want to see
Ever?
it." Yeah, like she's really against it. They think it's like a real bad juju kind of book. But I guess that's how she would read people's fortunes out of it. She'd feel out what was, their story, open it up, and whatever page she was reading out of was kind of like pulling a card.
Yeah.
She was pulling a page out of this book. I'll show it to you.
But don't open it.
Don't touch it.
There's things
Fine,
gonna
everybody
come
makes fun of me.
screeching out of
Yeah,
it.
until Jen runs from the house.
Yep. And then she goes missing. And
Yeah,
then
right.
We have no more guests on the show.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. I'm sensing a pattern.
So I
Yes.
grew up with this stuff around me, so it's not but I still don't know anything about it, like this whole moon signs
Yeah.
and rising
Well,
suns. And
what
So
would
if
you
I
like
know
to
what
know?
time I'm born,
Exactly.
yeah,
You do?
I do actually. Yeah, I do.
Well, I can tell you, except I don't have my phone with me, so I
Oh,
can't
okay. Okay,
right now
cool.
on the show.
No, that's
but
fine. I'd rather you not tell me.
I'll tell you later. It's not like the book.
No,
No, it's
it's usually like good.
no, it's a
Well-
cell phone. She said.
if you think
This
Sorry.
this
I
guy.
can't.
Bad
All right.
jokes.
So if you think of, and this will bring up a whole nother topic of things. If you were, well, I don't know. Do you believe in past lives, reincarnation? Do you feel like you've lived a lifetime before this one?
I'm like I'm floating in like this area of like I want to believe it, but I don't have any kind of like real solid groundwork for it, so I just kind of don't.
Okay.
But I mean, not to be like goofy or anything, but like the whole ghost stories and people going ghost hunting, I never really believed in that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Have you ever experienced anything that you would say was like a visitation from a ghost? I think he needs to touch the book.
Maybe.
It'll open up a whole new world for you.
Yeah, maybe.
one thing I did have, I guess, that kind of relates to that kind of thing is like I don't know if, but I'm confused if it's considered more like a night terror thing or something. But I woke up one day and I was just like frozen solid,
Like sleep paralysis.
and I could feel like this like figure just staring down at me, like
See, it's fun to
staring
look at
down
the
at me,
camera.
and I was so scared I couldn't even move,
That's-
and like
Yeah, that's a ghost.
I was like, I'm not fucking welcome here at all, and I left the next day.
Were you home? Where were you?
I was at a hotel in Revere in Boston.
Ooh.
Like to a point where I was like, what is this hotel built on? Like, what
Did you
was
look
this
it up?
land before? I didn't.
Maybe you could look it up now.
I should look it up.
See
Yeah,
if
do you
it's,
know the name of the hotel?
That's the problem. I don't know.
but you know the town.
Yeah, it was in Revere
And
in Boston.
New England is like
I guess there's only so many hotels in Revere.
known for lots of hauntings. Because so much has happened here historically.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm just
But yeah, no, I mean, so like that was like the one and
I'm
only
just misspelling things as I usually do.
time. Yeah.
Revere, like
Was it
Paul
the
Revere?
Boston's Omni Parker House?
Can you go to images?
God damn it, Jared.
I don't know why I like images more than anything.
Because you recognize
'Cause you have a
things
visually-
by the way they
Visual
look.
memory.
Because I'm the same way. Was it this? You stayed there? Wow. It's like a Hobbit house.
It's this one right here. The one that says
Haunted
hotels
I
haunted
can't
Boston.
see it. Does it say haunted?
the Hawthorne Hotel.
No, this one. Right
Oh, sorry.
That's the one I stayed at.
Okay. Sorry, Jen. You can't see the screen. We're going to have to make this better.
Read it to me. Describe it to me.
Okay, so this is from TripAdvisor.
It's made out of stone.
Dude, what is happening right now? Why am I on
You're
TripAdvisor?
picking dates to go, man.
I know.
You're
What
in
is
full
happening?
Trip mode.
So the next podcast will be there
Yeah, let's do it. Right in the lobby.
with a ghost.
Does that say Hilton? Hilton?
Yeah, it was just a Hilton hotel. It looked fairly new,
It's a large brick building
but I was
with a
just
front
like, what?
foyer.
I was
I like this picture you're painting.
I was
The sky
just
is
like,
a
what is
dark
this
blue.
thing built on? Like, what is this built on? It had to be something before the hotel that
Like a Native American burial ground.
something
Or...
because it was
Probably.
awful. And that was one tall
Seriously?
ass figure. Like, it felt sky high, just garing down at me. And I was like, I don't even know if garing's a word, but that's what it was.
Garing?
I don't know.
Staring?
Staring,
Staring
garing.
and glaring.
Glaring.
Staring and
Staring
glancing.
that turned to a glare.
I think that's what I was going for.
Glaring.
But now it is a word. So he was glaring down at me,
Ganaring.
and I shit myself. If I could shit myself, but I was completely numb.
Well, that
Interesting.
is a common experience with a ghost.
Yeah.
With a visitation is to have that sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And I actually had that happen to me last month in a dream, but it was like an in-between state, and it was really creepy because it was like a child right?
Oh,
So,
really?
Eesh, yeah, that's creepy.
and
creepy.
I felt my bed move across the room, and where my bed would have been was a chalkboard, and this ghost was writing, and it was just like the chalk is moving and writing something, but I don't see the ghost. I just
Seriously?
knew it was a child somehow. And you know when you first wake
All
up,
the misspelled words.
well, I couldn't see it because it was
Oh.
like, you know, I'm
Oh,
in
okay.
bed and the chalkboard's
Oh, I
behind
see.
me, but I can hear it and kind of see. And you know when you wake up and you have to write something down and you're like not really looking and you're still sleeping, you're just like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of trying to write. I grabbed a piece of chalk and I wrote go away.
That's insane.
Wow.
Because I feel like at this point in my experience with all this stuff, I'm just like, I don't have time for that. You're creeping me
Yeah.
out. Please go away.
Yeah. I kind of almost want it to happen again so I can be like more ready for it this time. But
Well,
it just hasn't happened.
it,
Because I was so not ready for that. And that's like half the reason why I like kind of took it the way I did.
we are open to it. Usually we're ready for things when we're not ready.
That's true too. How can you be ready for anything?
But the more you
Yeah.
open up to
You're
it,
open to it now.
yeah. Be careful what you wish for.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
I've wished some.
Staying at a hotel tonight?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But
Especially
that
not that one.
that same visitation after I wrote "Go Away," it started to write faster and furiously, and like through an eraser at the thing, and I just said, "I have the sovereign right to my own energy. You're not welcome here. I'm going to sleep now. Goodbye."
So you gotta like shut it down.
You
gotta,
do.
Like,
You have to
police
own.
that shit.
Well, you own your energy, your power.
I think I have to say that every night so I can sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, think about people in the day to day that interfere with your energy when you're doing something.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
You got to set a boundary,
Definitely.
or they're just gonna.
Definitely.
True. That's true.
Yeah,
So that applies to ghosts as well.
it applies to everything.
So, what's your view on drugs?
Do you have drugs to offer, or what if she
No.
says I'm really into
I
drugs?
guess I just wanted to see if like it like tied in somehow to like would it make it stronger or more or just like less non-existent?
Make what stronger?
Like the energies or like what you're feeling or seeing.
Well, have you ever
or-
done drugs?
Just a few.
Okay.
I haven't done like. I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about drugs if we we don't have to. I'm sorry.
I mean, drugs are real,
Yeah,
like everything
I
else.
guess I meant like shrooms, like natural grown,
Okay.
like
Organic.
organic. Yeah,
Yeah.
not like LSD tripping and seeing shit, but like
Well, I mean, you open yourself up, you put yourself into a different frame of consciousness, and so much of channeling and connecting with different energies is changing your state of being. And so you have different levels and waves of consciousness and brain waves, right? So see if I can remember this. You have beta, theta, alpha, delta. And beta is sort of like, I remember it being the most common vibration that we exist in, because I just associate beta with B and basic. I'm like, it's like you're just in basic mode,
yeah,
which is like your everyday thinking, I'm busy, doing busy work, that kind of thing. But then when you start to drop down, the brain wave frequency starts to slow. And so you're able to tap into connecting with different vibrations and states of being. So like talking about energy, like this chair is energy. It had to be created from something.
Okay.
Right. And for us to be able to sit into it, it has to have a certain density, and the particles are vibrating at a particular speed. So just because we can't see something doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It's just operating at a different vibrational frequency. But when you get yourself into that level of being where you are in a like theta, you're in a deeper, in theta you can actually go into trance. And then delta is like really deep, almost like people in a comatose state are in delta often. I think,
So you're saying
if
it's
I'm
like
correct on that, but
yeah,
basically that's when you can start to have all these other experiences. So when you're doing shrooms or you know, any altering substance,
Yeah.
it's going to put your level of consciousness and brainwave state into a different
So
pattern.
it's like a
Different
totally
wavelength.
different playing field, basically.
Yeah, so basically, like, you don't have to take those drugs to have that experience,
For sure.
which is why meditation can be so powerful and all these other techniques, and Reiki, which is one of my favorites, because you're slowing down naturally into that and having those experiences. But it is similar but very different, because in one hand, meditation actually gives you the power to control your thoughts over time. And when you're taking a substance, sometimes you don't have control. Often you don't have control. It's
Yeah.
the driver.
That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
So so not to go back to things, but we were talking about, you asked him if he believed in like past lives, and it made me think of I did a past life meditation that you guided
Oh, yeah.
with the sound bowls,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really interesting because I was kind of fighting it. I felt like after the fact, I was like, I really was fighting that. I wasn't just like letting it happen.
Like resisted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or in your head about
yeah, it was a
having
little
the
too,
experience.
yeah, I was a little too in my own head about the whole thing. But would you do that, Jared? Would you try to like be guided to find like past lives? Do you believe in that thing, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I've always told myself that I'd be really open to trying different things and seeing where other things bring me, because obviously I grew up where it was like either God or nothing, like, and God has control of everything. God has control of energy. God has control of humans and minds and mental states, and so I promised
Much to say
myself.
about this.
I promised myself when I left that whole thing that there wasn't anything that I would be closed off to, and that I would really search for answers, basically, and just kind of broaden my knowledge of it. So, yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I'm down for anything, anything at all.
So
But
next time there's one, I'd like to try it again because I feel like I'd be more open to just
accepting
letting
it.
myself get lost in the moment more.
Yeah, and it's also different when you're with a group of people going through the same experience simultaneously, because
Yeah.
like we were saying, you can feel other people's energies.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, is this my experience or am I picking up on everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes having a Reiki session where you're doing a past life regression or a healing can be more powerful for what you need, or to tap in and really feel the experience.
Yeah.
But we get into our heads about it all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Do you ever have someone that you're just like, I can't, like, you're just not accepting anything, so I just can't really work with you, or
it's a tough
or
one.
does everyone seem just kind of open to it when they? I guess if they're signing up for it and going, that's what they're.
Well, I've had so many people come to me to get a reading and have had bad experiences because they've said, well, this reader told me they couldn't read me. They couldn't do anything for me. Readings where people are closed off are the hardest because it's like, I mean, you think of it like a pipeline, and you have the valve, and if it's not open so that the current can move through it, or the water or air or gas or whatever
Yep.
line we're talking about here, you have to, it's forceful, and it's difficult. And the ones that the people who come in who are really open or curious and they don't have a lot of expectations, those are magical readings, especially when they're really, really open, because I don't know what it is. The energy just channels through so beautifully, and the ability to pick up specific details and signs that resonate with a person who's like, how could you know this about me? And then it's just like, well, this is how cool it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just opens up to more possibilities and experiences.
So the first time I had a reading was with you, and it was, 2019 or whatever that was. And I didn't know what to expect. I was very open to it, and it was very interesting. There was nothing like that jumped out at me, but it was very interesting to, what it was, because I had never had it done before. But then just this summer you had given me a reading, and I'm dying to like finish it
Oh,
and have
Oh,
another
yeah.
one.
Okay.
Just because it was totally different. It was very eye opening. I think I was just more open to the accepting what
it
Jen
also
was.
wasn't recorded,
Yeah.
so it was more private.
Yeah, it was definitely more private. And it was what she was telling me. I was really
Feeling.
latching on to every word.
Yeah,
Like I was
yeah.
really paying attention and really feeling,
That's really cool.
feeling the energy of what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
even
like
I picked a card at one point. I did a pull, and you were like, sometimes you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And you really did. I put my hand over a bunch of cards, and I could really
Feel
it almost felt hot.
certain one drawing.
Felt like
Yeah.
warmth coming off of it. I said, I'm gonna pick this
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I could. It was strange
That's super cool.
because you don't you're just like, yeah, you can feel it. Like you don't really. Not to discount what you do, but like sometimes that's what you feel. That people that don't do that every day and aren't exposed to it at all, you're just, oh yeah, I can feel it. Okay, sure. So you're
We
just
do
like,
that all the time, whether
Yeah.
we're,
Yeah, not even
consciously
knowing
aware of it or
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
You're like, picking a paint color. You're like, I don't know, this one feels good. I like the way
Yeah.
it looks. Like,
There's a reason for it. There's a reason for everything.
like
right?
ESP is extrasensory perception, right? And we have, all of your senses. Psychic abilities are just extended senses of the same ways of perceiving the world around you.
That's awesome.
It
Yeah.
is.
The
like
whole
science.
Yeah, it really is. The whole Reiki thing is very new to me. I've
Yeah.
only just heard about that recently.
It's Mr. Miyagi's work.
So for all the dummies like me, can we just cover?
Yeah.
I think I had to see it to know, but
You've seen The Karate Kid, right? No.
no. I
Oh, that's your homework.
Jared
I saw-
hasn't seen a lot of 80s movies.
I saw the one with Will Smith's kid.
Oh, what, Jackie Chan?
Oh,
The new Karate Kid?
I have
Yeah.
not seen that.
No.
There's a real funny clip out there
It's pretty
of, the comedian Bobby Lee? He's playing tennis or something with somebody that's younger, and he mentions Mr. Miyagi, and the person's like, "Oh, Jackie Chan," and he was like immediately like, "What do you think, all Asian people are?" And then it took him, and she's like, "What do you mean with
Yeah.
Jaden Smith?" And he's like, "Oh, Jesus," and he's like, "I'm so sorry." He's like,
Yeah.
"I really honestly thought you meant." What's the guy that played Mr. Miyagi?
Holy shit, dude.
Dougie's up there losing his
Yeah.
shit. I think the kids are home. That happens a lot. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're in a house.
We're at home, giving you the at-home vibes.
The original Mr. Miyagi. What's his name? I don't remember his name.
The actor's name?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And there's a really interesting story about him, too, because I think he almost didn't get that part, or the director had somebody specific in mind. It might have been Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Maybe.
Well, Jackie Chan's the second
Maybe
Mr. Miyagi.
you could look it up. But I
Yeah.
think that what I do remember is that the actor who plays Mr. Miyagi, one of the producers or directors wanted him, and then somebody else said no, and then he wound up getting the part. Long story short, without all the details, because I can't remember them. But I thought that was really fascinating because that actor's great.
Yeah, he really was. I
Come
say
on.
was.
Come
Is he
on.
still alive?
I can't.
What the hell's his name?
No, he
It just
died in
keeps telling me Mr. Miyagi.
2011 at 86 years old.
Oh, wow.
So is that really where Reiki comes from?
No.
Oh,
Pat
But
Moriata.
does he talk about it in the movie or something?
well, he's from Japan, right? And so Reiki originates from Japan.
Yeah,
Traditional
he's from Okinawa.
traditional Usui Reiki.
From what people have told me about Reiki is you just kind of lay on the table. And then is there hot stones involved? Or am
That's
I...
massage.
No. Like
No.
You tell me.
Well, no, you're right. You're right about the massages. You're right. But it was for
That's
a
like
different
hot
reason.
stone
It was
massages.
hot stones to
Suction cups? These are all massage
They
things.
put them on your back and then
That's
like
massage.
to draw the energy out of you. No,
Well,
I'm way
like
off.
crystals?
I'm way off.
I'm way off.
Samsonite.
Why
I
don't you
was
just?
way off.
I was way off.
Slippy, slappy, swami,
Swanson.
Swanson.
I have
Samson.
seen that one. I've seen that one.
Oh, good.
So
That's a
what's
good
the
one.
real process? What's a
Of
real
Reiki?
Yeah, without the stones.
So, well, with Reiki for me, because every practitioner is going to be different, but essentially it would follow a similar process. You would remove your shoes and you would lay down on a massage table, but you're fully clothed and you're on your back. And generally there's blankets, so you get nice and cozy. Optional eye pillow to just help you relax even further and get into the zone faster, if you will. And then the practitioner will then start to facilitate the healing process, acting as a conduit for the energy to move through. So if you think of like electrical wiring, like, you know, all the stuff that makes up this to allow
Yep.
the energy and the electrical current to move through, the practitioner is like that sheath that protects it so that the current of energy can flow. And so again, back to the different energy centers of the body, which are referred to as chakras or spinning wheels of light, if you will. They're like vortexes where we take in energy and we send out energy. So much of what we experience gets stored in the body, so that it's like your I don't know, you can think about it like taking your car to the mechanic to get an oil change or tune up. You're getting that through Reiki.
So you're just kinda,
Energetically.
like refreshing your energies.
Yeah, you're
basically?
clearing stuff out,
Yeah.
bringing new energy in, realigning, and connecting to your body, which is really the greater intelligence.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
That does
does
sound
sound
nice.
really
I've never
nice.
had
Yeah.
that done before.
Yeah.
And so the practitioner will then hold their hands over those different chakra placements to help move the energy. And you just lay there and have your experience.
Is there music or just like, is it like just sounds or
Yeah, it depends. You know, when you go to get a
like
massage,
it's not like Missy Elliott or anything?
I mean, no.
What if? What if? Never mind.
Missy
That would
Elliott.
be like,
Never mind.
you know how you have all those different like hip hop yoga?
Yeah.
It would be like hip hop reggae.
See,
Reggae.
so-
Reiki.
I think it depends on what town or city you're in.
It's
And
the
who's giving
practitioner,
you-
yeah.
Okay.
I mean-
so they each have their own different methods, right?
Yes.
And music.
And music.
You're looking
yeah.
for a Missy Elliott Reiki session.
I
Hey, man.
typically will play music at different hertz frequencies because that is a direct effect vibrationally on the body.
Wow.
So I've been looking into that a lot ever since the sound bowl session with the past life session that I went to, because that's so, I don't know, I find that so cool, the sound bowls and the different frequencies and how they help you relax.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really interesting.
It is cool.
I do
And it's
too.
like,
I think it's cool too.
I used to have,
you guys, do you think that's cool, Jared?
yeah, I used to have an app on my phone that it could play certain frequencies that like people over 40 couldn't hear, or like causes nausea, or like causes
Oh man,
headaches.
Why?
I wouldn't be able to hear it.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
I
I'm
used to
so
go to my
old.
grandparents' house and play it and see if my grandpa started getting like unsettled, you know?
Did he?
God damn it, Jared.
No,
No.
I don't think he can hear anything even on a good day, but never mind that frequency.
It's interesting.
But that has nothing to do with
Do
energy,
you
right?
still have the app?
No. It was like when the iTouch first came out.
You guys gonna test whether or not I can hear things because I'm old?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
And you're a dad.
I'm a dad. I'm old, which means I can hear everything.
Everything. That's exactly
Hear
right.
exactly what's going on everywhere.
You don't need to hear if you use your psychic senses.
Yeah. That's
Well,
true.
you just sit in the basement with microphone and you can hear everything in this house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just hold the microphone up there. You talking about me?
You can hear
Yeah.
every footstep.
What's your view on politics? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
I'm
God.
just kidding. Don't answer that.
I
Don't
won't
answer
go
that.
there.
So, I think it's time for an odd question.
Is
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
All right. Damn.
Already?
That's
Yeah.
it.
I know, right? It goes by quick.
All right. Let's do it.
What is it?
Jared, you want to read the odd
Yeah.
question? Let's
I'll read
hold
it.
on. Let me pull it up.
We usually do an odd question dance, but we won't do it this week.
What's the
Yeah, we won't make
what's
you do
the
the
dance?
Well, it's usually Matt dance and I laugh, but
There is no dance.
Is it like Wayne's World?
yeah, basically.
Kind of.
All right, you guys ready?
Diddle-oo.
Yeah. There we go. See?
Odd questions.
Odd question
Party
time.
on.
Here we go.
Odd questions.
All right. It says, if you were told you had to lose one of your 6 human senses, which one would you choose and why? Love the show, from Matt, not the cat. Glad you clarified.
Yeah, not,
Not the
I didn't
cat.
send you an email
Not the
today.
cat.
Did he answer that question?
No.
Real quick, we have to send a reply.
Oh, shit.
We usually send people they have like fast replies to emails.
Yeah, so we'll send one out.
So
These
the
are kinda
options
lame.
are haha, thanks, glad you enjoyed it, and thanks for the tip. Which one of those would you like to send, Jen?
Thanks for the tip.
Thanks for the tip.
Got it.
There it goes.
There you go.
All
All
right.
right, who's going first?
I think Matt.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll go down this way. Or
You're the chief.
whatever.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm already losing my hearing, so and
You're
I
the
know,
cool,
and I
you're
know
the
how
cool
much,
cat.
and I know how
Yeah,
much
the
that
cool
sucks.
cat.
So I really don't want to lose that all the way.
Yeah. Oh, so you're jumping right in on hearing.
No, I don't want to lose hearing. I'm already losing my hearing.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to lose that.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you have to say why?
Yeah. All right, which one am I? All right, so the 6 senses. What are the 6 senses? Eyesight, hearing, touch, smell,
Taste?
taste. What's the last one?
Is that 5?
5.
Isn't it 5 senses? And then the
What was-
6th sense is
Oh, 6 senses.
seeing dead people.
So that is 6 senses. All right, well, this is 6
Got
senses.
All
So
right.
they're wrong.
Okay.
Matt's
all right.
wrong. Not the cat. The other Matt.
Right? Let's check that.
All right,
Sight,
so we're going to do 5.
hearing, sound, smell, taste.
Yeah. It's hard. I definitely don't want to lose my eyesight. I definitely don't want to lose my hearing. Do we all have to choose a different one?
My question is, if you picked smell,
Mm-hmm.
would that affect taste?
Sure would. I was just going to say that. I can't
Sure
pick
would.
either taste or smell
Well,
because
I mean,
they,
it's 6. They said
they
6.
coexist.
So
What is the 6th one?
I'm gonna choose
The unknown?
the ghost, the unknown,
You're
seeing
gonna
ghost
see
part.
the dead people.
I really don't want to see any ghosts anymore. It's getting too much to handle.
Matt's like every goddamn night. I can't take it anymore.
All right, I'm gonna go crazy and say I'm gonna lose my sense of touch
Wow, you're a brave man.
and just fucking wing it and just see how bad it gets.
Well,
I'll be bumping into all kinds of things and not even know. All right, Jared, what are you gonna choose?
Trying to wrap my brain around this.
it's so hard because I want to pick hearing, but music is also so important to me, and
Yeah.
I rely on it almost daily. So it's like that would really suck. But other than music, I could care less. I'd rather not hear anything else the rest of my life.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just here.
I didn't know if that was. Like
I'm
valid
not
or-
even real,
Okay.
remember?
Oh, that's right. You don't exist.
I exist in non-existence.
So I guess like music's not a good enough reason for me to keep my hearing. So hearing.
So
it is.
hearing?
Wow, you're going with the hearing.
Going with hearing.
This podcast is gonna get real hard.
That's
with
it,
my
man.
co-host that can't hear.
If I
We'll
can
just
talk,
keep-
if I can talk,
Just everything's. Just type it out. Okay, Jared. Now you
That's
say
it, man.
something.
That's it. Either that or my second choice would be going blind.
Yikes!
I'm okay without my sight. I could,
Could feel your way around.
yeah, stuff like
What
that.
was that?
You can feel things still.
Yeah.
Well, your psychic abilities would improve and become very heightened if you lost
That too.
your
Okay.
eyesight.
It heightens all the rest of them.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a really hard one to answer,
Alright.
especially as an artist.
So are you gonna
Yeah.
write off the smelling and the tasting right away? Or are you okay with like your food being all screwed up because you can't smell it, but you can still taste it?
I don't know. I might like later have to eat something and hold my nose, like, and just see if
And
it
see how
really
bad it
affects it
is?
to
Yeah.
really think about this. But I don't know. I feel like there's so many variables to this. Like, if I were to pick hearing also, and with all the new technology and devices, can I opt in to hear when I want to hear and opt out? Because if so, then I would probably do that one. But if I can't, I don't know why. I think I might. This is hard.
She's gonna go
Isn't it?
nuts.
I would say smell, but I do love the smell of
Aromas.
pine and
Coffee.
coffee. Yeah.
Espresso.
Oh my God, yeah. And nature. So like, I don't know.
That's true.
If you didn't have your hearing, you can't hear the birds, and that's such a lovely
Yeah.
sound. But if you can tune out everything else, I'm answering this with a non-answer.
She's finding all the loopholes.
I need more information before
That's why
I
I
can decide.
picked. That's why I picked touch.
Yeah,
Because
pretty straightforward.
everything else is there.
No way around it.
This
And
this
I just can't touch things. Just can't.
Yeah.
I mean, what does touch mean? Just the sensation everywhere. Or just your
Imagine you
hands?
being that guy who has no control over like how much strength because he can't feel his
just
hands.
tearing door
He's
handles
just
off.
like, you grab like the most gentle thing and just fucking crush it.
Well,
Yeah, this would be an interesting concept for a movie.
I would.
yeah.
Where it's
They
like,
should take 5 people and take 1 sense from each person, all different ones.
Yeah.
and see what
how
their
they-
life is like without
see
it.
who
Like
has it the
a
worst.
Squid Games
Yeah.
type game show,
See who has
or
it
like
the worst.
Freaky Friday when they switch places. Instead, it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
taking away senses from people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Sign
don't
me
know.
up.
I figure if I can't touch things, I can feel energy from people, and just be like, you know,
That's
I don't
true.
like this guy.
That's true.
I don't like that guy. This dude's cool.
yeah, touch.
You don't need to touch people for that.
And you get to keep your taste and your smell and your vision and
Yeah,
your hearing.
I'm
and
there eating steak dinner while you guys are. I can't hear. I can see. Everybody's
I can't smell.
He has a point. He has a point.
like, "What restaurant are we in? I can't smell it."
But here's the thing, though. Are you going to
Okay.
lose all feeling in your mouth?
Ooh, does touch count for your mouth?
So when you're eating,
I'm just burning.
you're just
Like, man,
drooling.
this coffee smells great.
You're just,
Just burn my mouth.
all your drinks just come out the side of your mouth. Like, shit.
You're drooling again, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
So there you go.
That is an interesting concept.
Oh, yeah.
Think
Does
about
that
it.
count?
Think about it.
Same thing goes for
Well-
clothes. Do I know if my socks are hanging off me?
That's it.
I
Wearing
just
half
feel
a
like
shirt.
Your
would
pants
you just
fall
always
down,
be
you don't even-
comfortable because you can't feel?
I just can't
Like,
feel anything. Yeah.
That's true, too.
Oh,
That's
that
true.
helped me sleep at night.
Yeah, your whole
Oh, yeah,
body's
dude,
numb.
I'm so textural. Like, I can't have, like,
Uh.
wrinkles in the sheets. Yeah.
I think that's
I don't
it,
know. I
man.
think that's it.
I think
that's
that
a
the
good,
person who asks the question also needs to submit an answer.
I believe so, too.
I usually post it
believe so,
on
too.
social media so people can try to answer.
That's
Yes,
true.
I've seen
Or
these
I
questions.
try to give some options for people.
Yep. And you get some good answers, too.
Yeah,
honestly.
some people say
Yeah.
some crazy shit.
Yeah, they do.
What's the craziest?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we've done so many now.
It's usually I don't know.
I want to say it was like one of those superhero ones. Someone put something and I was like, God damn, who the hell put that? I meant to message you asking about it, but
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to know. It's a secret.
it doesn't have to be. Why
Well,
was
the-
it a secret? I don't
Well,
know.
because the whole point of it is people can answer the question and it doesn't say their name or
Oh yeah, well I do that on purpose so
Yeah.
people can kind of anonymously.
Yeah.
But I would have told you.
No, that's how it works anyway.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna edit the sound of somebody pulling out a chair in my dining room and just like
I like it. I think it adds a nice touch.
yeah, just
I'm
have it
just
come out of
kidding.
my mouth. So, Jen, do you have anything you'd like to promote? Anything, the places you work currently?
Sure.
Do you have any movies that you have been in that you'd like people to look for you?
Sure. I'll start backwards, right? So I'm in Julia season 2 on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Good Burger 2. I'm a featured background as a villain. So you can see me in some fluorescent green shades.
All right.
I'm in The Perfect Couple which was filmed on the Cape.
Okay.
Not quite out yet. It's a series with Nicole Kidman on Netflix, I think it will be. There's something else I was in, I think I forget. But yeah. So those are some of the acting gigs that I've done.
That's
Non-speaking, but still fun.
Yeah.
And then Juniper Rising services, I am in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and I take bookings Thursday through Saturday. Wednesday and Sunday, I'm at Strawberry Moon in Warren, Rhode Island, taking walk-in readings. And Tuesday, I'm in Mystic.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mystic,
Mystic,
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Dang it.
Oh, wow.
Good
Yeah.
pizza.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jared, you have
Very
anything you
good.
want to promote? Button Club
Um,
Mondays.
Yeah,
the
show up,
place.
get your ass beat, and leave. Sketched illustrations. Check me out on Instagram. Actually, it's only sketched underscores. I'm sorry. Not sketched illustrations.
Yeah.
Man.
What the hell are you doing, man?
And that's it, man. I'm trying to make it more short.
More streamlined.
sweet. Yeah,
Yeah. Mighty Guitars. Go buy a guitar, learn to play. When it breaks, I'll fix it.
that's it. Smash it and bring it here.
And then Odd People Podcast. You could listen and watch this
Yeah.
too. That's what we do.
And that's it. Thank
That's
you,
it.
Jen, for coming
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, thank you so
Appreciate
much,
your
Jen.
time. It was very fun.
It's really
Yeah.
good. I'm going to read this thing at the end. Jared, do you have anything to say?
Oh,
Any nice things to say at the end of the
yeah.
show?
I'll keep it along the energy lines. You know, just keep the negative shit out of your life. You don't need it. Doesn't need to be there. Stay positive. Stay embraceful. And that's it.
Dig it.
Jen, you have anything you'd like to say to people?
Oh, man.
Positive words?
Put me right on the spot, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You can just say thanks.
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 Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to say my words, if everybody's okay.
Go for it.
All right.
Close it out.
You can support the show by clicking on the link in the description of the show
Ooh.
or on this episode. Go check out all the social media, Instagram, Facebook, for some reason, TikTok, etc. Go check out oddpeoplepodcast.com for all your podcast needs. Thank you for listening to the show today. Stay creative, stay inspired, and as always, stay
happy.
odd. Stay happy too.
See ya.